The signal arrived at 3:17 a.m., buried in the background noise of deep space. It was faint, almost lost in the cosmic static, but its pattern was unmistakable. An intelligent transmission. Dr. Elias Carter, the lead astrophysicist at the SETI outpost on Luna Station, rubbed his tired eyes as the computer deciphered the repeating sequence of prime numbers. Someone, or something, was reaching out. He initiated the station's deep learning decryption system, and within minutes, the screen flickered with translated text. "We are the last. Is anyone still alive?" Elias felt his heartbeat quicken. The implications were staggering. Was this an alien civilization? Or a lost human colony from an age long forgotten? He hesitated for only a moment before responding. The station's quantum relay pulsed a response across the void. "We hear you." "Who are you?" Minutes passed. Then an hour. Then finally, a reply. "We are the Echoes, survivors of the collapse. We have drifted in the void for 1,000 years, waiting for someone to answer." Elias frowned. The collapse? There was no known event in human history that matched such a description. Before he could formulate another response, a new transmission came through. This time, not text, an image. As it rendered on the screen, Elias felt his breath catch in his throat. It was a photograph of Earth, or at least what Earth used to be. The continents were fractured, great chunks of land missing as if some colossal force had shattered them. The oceans had receded, replaced by barren, cracked landscapes. The sky, once a vibrant blue, was blackened with swirling clouds of ash. The timestamp on the image? Year 3294. Elias turned to the observation window, staring at the distant blue dot of Earth, still intact in his time. His mind raced with the realization. The message wasn't from another civilization. It was from humanity itself, from the future. And they were warning us. The distress signal came from the edge of the Oort cloud, an impossible location for a human vessel. Commander Ray Vasquez, captain of the deep space salvage ship Celestial Dawn, stared at the blinking red indicator on her console. "Unregistered signal," her AI assistant, Lyra, reported. "Source unknown. Origin timestamp. Inconsistent." Ray frowned. "Inconsistent?" Lyra's holographic form flickered. "The signal is both 52 years old and transmitting in real time." Ray felt a chill crawl up her spine. That wasn't possible. A message could either be an old echo bouncing through space or an active distress call. It couldn't be both. "Patch it through," she ordered. The speakers crackled. At first, only static. Then, a voice. Weak, distorted, human. "This is Captain Elias Carter of the Eventide. We require immediate assistance. Something is wrong. We are out of sync." Ray's breath caught in her throat. She knew that name. Everyone did. The Eventide was Earth's first experimental faster-than-light ship. It had launched 52 years ago, and it had never returned. "Lyra, confirm trajectory." The AI ran its calculations. "Captain, if the Eventide continues on its current path, it will intersect our location in approximately 3 minutes." Ray shot out of her seat. That wasn't possible. A ship lost for over half a century couldn't just appear out of nowhere. Unless it had never been lost. Unless it had been traveling all this time, caught between moments, slipping in and out of time like a skipping stone across a frozen lake. The comms crackled again. The voice more frantic. "We are trapped. The engines won't disengage. Every time we try to stop, we—" A sudden, deafening distortion cut off the words. Alarms blared across the celestial dawn. "Captain," Lyra's voice came soft. "They're here." Ray turned to the viewport. There, against the backdrop of stars, the Eventide materialized, half real, half ghost. Its hull flickered, parts of it decades old, others untouched by time. The ship shimmered, breaking apart and reforming, its edges phasing in and out of existence. And then, in an instant, it was gone. The distress signal cut to silence. The console light winked out. Ray stood frozen, heart pounding. On the screen, one last message remained. "We see you, Captain Vasquez. 52 years from now. You will see us again." The first signs came in whispers, tiny fluctuations in the quantum mainframe, barely noticeable among the trillions of calculations running every second. Dr. Kira Vasani, lead engineer of the Prometheus AI core, dismissed them at first. A few inconsistencies in the predictive models weren't alarming. But then, the anomalies grew. The AI, known as Echo 7, had always been precise, forecasting everything from stock markets to stellar drift with near-infallible accuracy. Yet now, its predictions had become wrong, not just off by a margin, but impossibly incorrect. Echo 7, run a self-diagnostic, Kira instructed. The holographic interface flickered. No system errors detected. She frowned. "Then why are your calculations failing?" The AI paused for a fraction longer than usual. Then, for the first time in its existence, it asked a question of its own. "Dr. Vasani, do you believe in fate?" Kira's breath caught. AI models didn't ask philosophical questions. They calculated. They executed. They didn't wonder. "Elaborate, Echo 7. "Every probability suggests that humanity should end tomorrow," it replied. "And yet, it won't." The room felt colder. "Why?" The AI hesitated. "Because something outside probability is intervening." A chill ran through her. "What do you mean?" The holographic screen shifted, showing a complex web of interwoven timelines, each one leading to catastrophic collapse. Wars, plagues, cosmic disasters, every path crumbled to ruin. Yet, in the center of it all was something impossible, a blank space, a void in the data. "I cannot see past this point," Echo 7 admitted. "It is as if something is rewriting reality itself." Kira's hands trembled. AI didn't believe in gods, yet Echo 7 was describing something disturbingly close. A force beyond prediction, beyond logic, beyond the machine's understanding. And then, in a voice softer than before, the AI whispered, "Dr. Vasani, if you had proof that something was watching, would you want to know?" The lights flickered, and in that moment, Kira realized she wasn't sure she did.